Hello, my name's Lees. Welcome out everybody to my Vampire Diaries universe, the rankings and all this stuff. We're ranking the Vampire Diaries TV show, the Originals TV show, and the Legacies TV show. All the seasons. Since there are 15 seasons, I'm going to divide this entire series into 3 parts. Five spots for each 5 spots for each video. So let's start off with the worst of the seasons. The worst of the seasons is the original season 5, the final season of original season 5. I made an entire video as to why the original season 5 is the worst. You go. The video will be down in the link will be down in this description box and all that stuff. So here's the thing: original season 5. I understood where they wanted to go. I understood the ending that they wanted to be told. But the problem is, though, the road to get there, they just didn't make no sense. They broke their own lore. They broke logic. Characters make stupid ass decisions. It was nearly as bad as Game of Thrones season 8. But I can actually enjoy original season 5 for the most part. Most characters, they stay the same. It's just they have barely nothing to do in original season 5. Original season 5 was ending so quick. And this is something I will always say this. The originals never got a proper ending like the Vampire Diaries. And this is what I'm going to say. The originals, after season 3, after 22 episodes and all this stuff, they were never going to be known. They didn't know if they were going to be back or not each year. And they ran for 5 years, so after the third year, they didn't know they were going to be back. So the season finale, the third season could have been the series finale. Then the fourth season happened. That could have been a series finale as well. The fifth season was never really. The fifth season and the originals in general never really had a lot of ground to stand on. They never really had appreciation from the studio and all that stuff. They gave them 13 episodes last season 4 and season 5. Each season, 13 episodes. Vampire Diaries for their final season got 16. Legacies for their show got 16 the first season and 22 was supposed to be for season 2. And Originals was built off just to build Hope as a character and to do a spin-off of the show Legacies. I don't mind if Hope got a spin-off. I wouldn't mind it. And a TV show Legacies. I wouldn't mind it. But the way they pushed it down our throat, how there's going to be a Legacy season, and we all know what's going to probably be the ending for Hope's father and her uncle and Haley and all that stuff. And again, let me just say this. There will be spoiling for every single thing. So if you don't want spoilers, don't watch this video. I should have said that earlier, but lo and behold. So original season 5, a lot of inconsistency. This is not something that they had fairly well done. I understand what certain characters' deaths happened. Elijah, Klaus, and all that stuff. And even Haley's death. I understand where it's going, but they did it in a terrible way. If you want to know more about details of original season 5, the description is down the bottom. The link's down the bottom. Next up, 14 is our Legacy Season 2. Legacy Season 2 was supposed to be 22 episodes, but they had to stop at 16 because of COVID. And because of that, a lot of things felt rushed because we introduced Kai. Kai from the Vampire Diaries returns. And I always thought he would return in the Legacy show. But the thing is, though, they kill him off, and I think it was very quickly done. And I believe that's due to COVID. I'm glad that we got the almighty Necromancer, a great villain, and all that stuff. I enjoy him as a character as well. The problem is, though, what I did not like about Legacy Season 2 is kind of like Vampire Diaries Season 6 at the beginning. It's very predictable. Nobody knows who Hope is because she went to Malivore and everybody forgot her. So Landon starts dating Josie. Yes, they get together. I wouldn't mind if they got together, but I wouldn't. We all know it was always going to be them just together, and eventually they're going to break up, and Hope's going to go with, Landon again. So all this stuff about Hope crying that Landon doesn't know him, and all this relationship drama was just not necessary. This was for teenagers and all that stuff. Originals more for adults, Legacies was for teenagers. So Legacy Season 2, I say they got a bad hand with, COVID and all that stuff, and had to wrap up productions, and certain storylines were sped up. But when the show was getting interesting, and after it got through 8 episodes of just Landon and Josie together, and we all know they're going to break up, then Hope and Landon are going to get together. Again, a lot of things could have been fast forward. A plus side, I like Lizzie more as a character. I liked her relationship with a vampire named Sebastian. But overall, Legacy Season 2 was just It wasn't great. It wasn't fantastic, but there was good moments. And if I'm grading originals, the original Season 5 was a C+. Legacy Season 2, I would give it a B. Now so that's number 14. Number 13 on the matter is none other than, sorry about that. Number 13, it will be none other than Legacy Season 1. Legacy Season 1 I'm going to have for number 13 is because the fact is it wasn't that bad. I liked all the characters, Lizzie, Josie. I liked a great portion of the characters from Legacy Season 1. Lizzie, Josie, I liked them as a mix together. I liked Josie's as a twin with Lizzie. I liked all the relationships. The problem is, though, this was a lot of more teen drama. And I get it, it's high school, and again, this show was not made for me. This was not made for the supernatural lore fans of the Vampire Diaries universe. This was made for the teenage bopper drama, all women's, like, all that stuff. All that teenage love crap that you had in Vampire Diaries and all this stuff, yeah, that's just emboldened 10 times more into Legacies. I enjoyed Legacy Season 1. I enjoyed this first season. It wasn't a bad season. Again, I liked Raphael, the character. I liked the mystery of what Landon's supernatural ability is. I liked Dr. Saltzman at the school. I liked a lot of stuff about Legacy Season 1. But it wasn't something where I could say it was better than most of Vampire Diaries, better than most of the originals. Because again, with the Vampire Diaries, I accepted the teenage romance because you're starting off a series, you're beginning something, you're beginning a universe. At the same time, we're introduced to so much lore about vampires, werewolves, hybrids. And so I could deal with the relationship drama because there was enough lore to enhance it. So it just built up the characters and it built up the lore. And Legacy Season 1 also has something good going for it. But the thing is, with Legacies, the TV shows in general, it's just mostly relationship drama. There are some great moments, don't get me wrong, there are some great moments of lore, with such as Legacy Season 1 dealing with Malivore, about different creatures coming in every single freaking episode, different creatures such as gargoyles, dragons, really kept the show running on. So Legacy Season 1, I will give it a solid B. Like, the original Season 5, I gave a C+, Legacy Season 2, a B-, and Legacy Season 1, I give a B. It's a solid good show. It's a solid good season. Did I expect better? No, I did not expect better because I know how I am and I know how I do not like teenage bopper drama. But either way, Legacy Season freaking 2, I mean the Season 1, pretty good first season. I enjoyed it. My number, and now number 12 is going to be none other than Vampire Diaries Season 5. This is my least favorite season of Vampire Diaries. But let me just say this. The beginning of Vampire Diaries Season 5 was excellent. Catherine as human was excellent. Her dealing with her humanity was excellent. Her meeting her daughter was excellent. Silas coming around. Elena and Damon are actually a couple, and it's a couple I really enjoy. I like to see them together. I like to see them bond. The introduction of Enzo as a character, the Augustine vampire. More to Damon's past. I love it. Stefan and Silas. I loved. I enjoyed a great portion of Vampire Season 5. But the problem is, though, with Vampire Season 5, the second half after Catherine eventually dies, after that, they did the thing of breaking up Elena and Damon. After all these years together, after all these seasons and all that stuff, we finally get them together and they break up halfway through a season. I do not know how many seasons we had of Elena and Stefan to actually grow as a couple and all that stuff. I want the same thing for Damon and Elena. And people say, well, you're into not in relationships and all that stuff, but it's a new relationship. It's a new build-up. You can't start half a season then you break them up so then they could get together. There's relationship drama for no good reason. They make Damon such a stupid. They kind of trashed Damon's character to me at the end of at the second part of season 5. Another thing I didn't like about season 5, the whole Traveler storyline. The Traveler storyline was not needed. It did not need to be around. Marcos was the worst villain of the Vampires universe. So a lot of things slowed down. Tyler wasn't much for nothing, and when he returned and all this stuff, Matt after Nadia's thing was pointless. Jeremy was just there for Bonnie after she came back and all that stuff. But to me, a lot of Vampire Season 5, I enjoyed the first half, but after the 14 episodes, the rest of the 8 episodes, maybe one is better, but to me, there's a lot of things I did not like about that end part of Season 5. I still enjoyed the season, I still will go back to it, but it's not my favorite. So Vampire Season 5 is my number 11. It's my number 12 pick and all that stuff. So Vampire Season 5, I give it a B+. Now my number 11 pick, and everybody's going to hate me for this. My number 11 pick is none other than Vampire Diaries Season 6. I enjoyed the shit out of Vampire Diaries Season 6. I enjoy a good portion of it. I love, it's weird because Vampire Diaries Season 5 had a great beginning but a terrible ending. Vampire Diaries Season 6 had a mediocre beginning and a great ending and all stuff. What saved the season was Kai as a villain. Kai was just an awesome villain. After, Vampire Season 6, after what happened with so much drama, Damon and Bonnie, are they supposedly dead? Everybody's screaming in their own ways that Jeremy's just drinking and he needs to get out of Mystic Falls. Uh, Tyler's no longer a werewolf and all that stuff. Elena's wants Alark to erase her memories of Damon and all that stuff, and then Stefan is just becoming an asshole to everybody around, especially Caroline. I don't mind. I enjoyed this season. They built up Caroline and Stefan's relationship together. They had a good farewell for Caroline's mother and all that stuff. There's a lot of great family drama. They introduced Damon and Stefan's mother coming back, so the bonds of family came back after the second season. But a lot of the main cast left. Tyler Lockwood left after this season, and even though his entire arc with this relationship with this girl, to me was very pointless. To me, you should not have brought Tyler back in season 5 in order for anything else. But we have Tyler fans, so he had an arc in season 6. Jeremy being around again, he was just there to grieve for Bonnie, but when she eventually comes back, he's nowhere to be seen. The actor wanted to go. To me, I'm like, okay, just again, and when these actors are not don't want to be committed to the role when their characters don't have much to do, I'm sorry, I don't care for much. Even Matt had an interesting arc about him joining the police force, trying to be more in the community and all that stuff to protect his town. Enzo was a lost character this season and all that stuff, just trying to get on Stefan's nerves and all that stuff to bring misery to him and all that stuff. I understand. It's just it wasn't that epic. It wasn't what you expect. And again, do we need Stefan and I mean not Stefan and Damon. I mean Damon and Elena rediscovered their love for each other again. So instead of more relationship drama, I enjoyed the fact that Caroline and Elena went to college, and Elena, well, that had been in season 5, but Elena was focusing more on school and becoming a doctor and all that stuff. I'm glad that we get introduced to the Kira storyline, and they did Nina Dobrev a great finale for her character and all this stuff, and it's understandable. And people tell me the show got better, the show got worse after she was gone. No, 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 no. Nina Dobrev is an actress, phenomenal. Her character Elena was getting kind of stale, in my opinion. And to me, the show was never about Elena. And it wasn't about the relationship drama between Elena, Stefan, and Damon. The show was, to me, Stefan and Damon. And I prefer season 7 over season 6 any day. But season 6, I know I'm going off topic, but season 6 to me was a very, very good season. I just did not care for the relationship of Elena and Damon rediscovering their love. That's not why I got into Vampire Diaries. I got into Vampire Diaries because of lore, and I was interested in all these characters and everything about what the vampire is, their past, their history, with them during the Civil War time. I was interested in the entire lore of the Vampire Diaries universe. The relationship drama, it all depends on the relationship. If they kept Damon and Elena together throughout season 5 and they just broke and he died and she wanted to forget him, I could understand more about that. But the fact is, we had a relationship drama at the end of season 5, and then she wants to be with him at the end of season 5, and then he dies, and then it's just more relationship drama. Then we have to see their love build up. I wouldn't mind it if there wasn't. I'd say season 5 kind of tarnished season 6 a bit. So, and it had to fix up a couple things in season 6. Had to fix up a couple things in season 5. But to me, I prefer season 6 over season 5 just because of that. So season 6 of the Vampire Diaries is number 11 on my list. So yeah, everyone, that is my part 1 of the Vampire Diaries universe rankings. Number 15 is original season 5. I gave a C plus. Legacy season 2, I give a number 14. I give it a B minus. Legacy season 1, I give a B. 13. And number 12 is going to be Vampire season 5, which I give a B plus, and Vampire season 6, I'm going to give a B plus as well. I enjoy the Vampire universe, but there are better seasons, and to me, I will watch some of these seasons again, like season 6, season 5 of Vampire Diaries, even though they're the weakest to me, and they have the most relationship stupid drama that's not necessary. I will always go back to it, but to me, not my favorite season. So yeah, everyone, that's my part 1 of review. Let me know what you think. Subscribe if you like. Description down below. Comment down below. Let me know. Respect my opinion. I respect yours. What is your personal opinion, everybody? What is your personal rankings of the Vampire Diaries, the original universe, and Legacies? What's your personal What's your 15 to 10? Let me know what you think. Everyone. Need your least. Everybody. Bye.